But before we get to that, we're going to talk about this guy here. His name is Sean McKenna. He's got a podcast called Barstools and Band Talk, Rim Shots with Sean. Sean McKenna, my co-host from the East Coast with the most.
Howdy ho.
Howdy ho, buddy. How's it going?
Good. I posted something fun last night. I don't know if you saw it, but I was contacted by somebody that's in the Alex Van Halen camp, and I was asked to send in a audition tape to be considered to interview him for part of his book tour. Now, whether I get it or not, I don't know.
Nice.
But good. I'm told I'm one of 6 people, and I was told 2 people. I won't say who they were, but the chances of getting it are probably slim. But the fact that I was asked was pretty cool. So,
hey, you're in good company. If those are famous podcasters or famous interviewers, you're in great company.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, and it's going to sound a little whatever, but I mean, one of them, a lot of people really like him. I can't get through a 30-second shout with him, but God, I would say that person might be the front runner. But I just the fact that I'm up here in Halifax, and I'm one of 6 people in North America that were asked to send something in was kind of
damn.
Cool. So.
You're in a bad mood tonight. We're not going to talk about Liam at all.
Whatever, Liam. I don't want to get Lorraine worked up after her wonderful Uber delivery there. Just before you bring her up, I got a funny Lorraine story. It was probably 6 weeks or so ago. I sent her a text, and it was about 9 o'clock in the morning where I am. I was thinking, you know what? She's in bed. Anyway, she calls me. What are you doing? What do you mean? She goes, my phone dinged. And it was like 5 in the morning, and I was like, well, you didn't have to answer, but it was hilarious. Lorraine's awesome, man. She's good people.
So I was really happy about that, and so I'm just like cashing in. And Uber just left a little while ago.
Well, I was gonna say we didn't record that, but I was not a Starbucks fan until I saw that Uber delivery. Now I might go get myself one tomorrow.
The boobs didn't even faze her at all. Didn't even look. Didn't even care. She was just wanted to give me my little bag, which I love my name. I love it that my name is right there.
Well, Lorraine, to be clear, I wasn't even talking about. I was talking about the wonderful bag that it came in and how nice and neat tied up that it was.
It was.
You're cracking me.
I can do this all night. You want improv? You said you wanted improv. I give you improv.
Holy shit!
I'm casting a new show, but before we get to the new show, yes, Sean called me at 5 a.m.
I sent you a text.
He sent me a text at 5 a.m. And look, I usually have my phone off, but this night I didn't, and it went bing, and I'm like, oh my God, something. Sean, what the fuck?
I don't remember what it was about. It wasn't about even. It was one of those things you could put your phone down and answer me like 5 days later, right? I get a call and it comes up Lorraine Lewis. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm like 3 hours behind you. He's like 4 hours behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I know is that it was flipping early and it cracked me up. And but I did give you a little bit of shit about it too.
Oh, you 100%. And I deserved it.
That is our friend Sean McKenna, who passed this week tragically, and I am still processing that. And I hope these guys bear with me tonight, because tonight's a bit of an emotional night for me. Sean, as most of you know, was a co-host on the show for a long time, and he and I became friends over that period of time. We were strangers when we met, and we met through mutual friends on the internet. So, 3 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Somebody introduced us and we became friends. So that was the cool thing about, getting to know Sean and being a friend of his. I will miss his cheeky sense of humor, his wit, and some of the funny stuff. And you can guess, we were not talking about Lorraine's coffee. We weren't talking about her getting her Starbucks. Some of her fans send her Starbucks cards because they know how much she loves Starbucks. So she gets Starbucks cards in the mail all the time. Kind of cool stuff. Anyway, we're going to be doing probably a show or some series of shows about Sean and his legacy in the world of music. I'm hoping to have some special guests on, maybe people that he's interviewed over time. I saw some really, really great posts by Chris Slade of AC/DC and Mapex Drums, who paid homage to Sean as one of their endorsees. So good on Sean for all the hard work that he did and was continuing to do right to the day he passed. And I'm going to miss him because he's a very industrious person. People could learn a lot from his legacy. There's a lot on our videos that him and I shared, lots of nuggets there. So if you're looking to learn about the world of music and how to navigate in today's world of music, maybe go and watch some of those episodes. You might learn a thing or 2 or 3. We got a bunch of guys here back in the green room, and I'm just going to bring them on here and I'm going to bring them in sort of, I'm bringing in the dads first.
Oh, Jesus.
There's the dads. Guys are rock gods, man. You guys,
Kenny.
You guys have definitely been through the ringer. You guys have played with your share of other artists over time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys have suffered through different lineups. Well, I guess not suffered isn't the right word, because when you started them, they weren't particularly that way.
Right.
Sometimes things morph into something you didn't plan for because there's unexpected information, things you didn't know.
Right.
Yep.
Being in a band's like being in a marriage.
Yep.
Right? You learn stuff as you go along, and you find out what you can look past and what you can't look past.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is really much of a marriage. I got guys coming and going and leaving and going, so let's see if we can get some clarity here. Tim, give us some clarity, brother.
What's up? How you guys doing?
You must be the voice of reason in the band, are you?
No, he's not.
Hey, I'm the nicest guy ever. All guitar players are.
There we go. Okay, we're gonna flip you guys all around. You're gonna bring Cole on there. Cole,
hey, how's it going?
How's it going, brother?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having us.
The man who can tickle the ivories.
Yeah, I've been told.
No. You guys didn't always have keyboards in the band, right?
No, we didn't.
No.
You got so Cole is a really welcome new addition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. We're meeting the whole family here.
Yeah.
We saved the best for last, or maybe the last because we want to beat up on him.
Yeah.
Beat up on him.
Either or works.
Is his name really Bach?
Yep.
It is.
Liebersbach, last name. Yeah.
Well, it's not quite what we call him, but I can't say it on air.
Is Bach the last name?
Steve.
All right, give it to us, brother.
So we had, in my class, I had 13 atoms in a class of 120 people. So you'd get 7 or 8 atoms in one classroom. So we all ended up getting nicknames. And last name Liebersbach. I got sick of people trying to say it, so I just bunked it down to Bach, and that's where we got it from. And, I was in choir and did all the music stuff in high school, so it really stuck from there.
Where did you grow up?
By the Wisconsin Dells.
You got a bit of an accent there, man. It's a cool accent.
Does he really?
Oh yeah.
Yes, he's got a bit. He has like a bit of a twang Midwest accent.
Yeah, it's hillbilly.
It's did you grow up in the hills, dude?
It really got thick when I met Steve.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, see if we can get everybody up here. I'm gonna move this here, so just hang on a second here.
Yeah.
There we go. We got the dads up there, right? These are the
Right.
rotten, spoiled children right here.
And they are.
But really,
Hey, Tim
really
should be
great,
up in the dad section too. Come on.
Yeah.
really great pieces. So what you guys see collective here on the screen, and I'm gonna try and go back and see if I can get you all as the Brady Bunch there for a second. There we
Oh,
go.
shit.
There we
What
go.
we got collectively on the screen here is Abaddon's End. And you guys hail out of Wisconsin, right?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Where exactly in Wisconsin?
All over Wisconsin. I'm from the Dells area. We got those two down here in the bottom right, Steve and Kyle. They're from the Spring Green area. We got Tim. He's in the Sun Prairie, Madison area, and Cole's all the way up in Wausau. So when we say Wisconsin, we got pretty much the whole state. We're all about an hour away from each other to 2 hours away from each other.
So what city would be in the center? Would Milwaukee be close to the center?
No.
Probably Madison, I would say.
Madison.
Yeah.
Would be
Yeah.
so Madison's the epicenter,
Yeah.
Yep.
Good way to put it, yeah.
right? So you guys have a big commitment to get together to jam even.
Yep.
Right.
How
That's
does
why we
that
practice for 8 hours.
Yeah, like so you guys practice your parts individually and then get it together and then boom, it's right there, right?
Well, basically, we play a lot. Go ahead, Adam. You're better at this.
Hang on a second.
Well-
I'm gonna flip this back to I'm gonna flip this back to big screen. Here we go. Adam.
So we all
No,
get
that's
together.
Damn.
There's Adam.
Okay,
together
tell us.
and, we all write music. You know, we all sit there and I make noises while they're writing music, and we write to feel something. Then I record it without any lyrics on it. I'll take it home and write lyrics to it. And these guys will listen to it all week and decide what they want to tune and tweak. And then we'll get together at practice and tune and tweak. And well, we have 4 songs that are out right now that I actually got to practice. Before that, we wrote 4 songs because we were playing so much. We'd have one weekend off. They'd write a brand new song and say, "Hey, Adam, we're playing that next weekend." So they'd make me write the lyrics and memorize them, and we'd play it that next Saturday. 5 days, I'd have to write it, memorize it, and sing it.
Yep.
That's a tough go.
But he did awesome.
Yep.
Oh.
They're fold or you become a diamond, right?
I've got the dogs at the door. I literally have a dog just outside my door. My golden retriever's out there just barking his head off right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but I have 2 spoiled golden retrievers. I got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. And they are they're my best friends.
Yeah.
What I love about a dog is they don't judge you. A dog will never judge you.
No.
A dog will always love you no matter what, and treat the dog with respect and you'll get it back tenfold.
Yep.
Dogs do judge you. They just can't tell you.
Dogs are smart about it. They stay
Yeah.
quiet.
Why are you my dog does, and I'll tell you how that happens because you're gonna get a good laugh out of this one, Cole. So my dog Bo, we're out on a walk, right? He's 85 pounds, right? He's solid muscle, right? And we're going for a walk. If I don't walk him as far as he wants to go, he drops to the ground and he will not move. He becomes an 85-pound anchor. And you ever try and pick up a golden retriever when they're laying on the ground?
Ugh.
Pick him up and he turns to rubber. He's just like, blah, 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 like that. He just makes himself, he relaxes everything. He relaxes everything so it can't pick him up, right?
Yep.
Then he grabs him by the arm. He goes, "You're not going to do that because I'm not done walking yet." So, he's as much as said, "Hey, asshole, let's walk some more."
That's pretty cool.
But you know, that's what brothers can do, right? Brothers can say that to one another and still walk away from it as friends at the end of the day, because, you know, there's not a moment that ever goes by in any marriage that there's not some steam that builds up, right?
Right, Steve?
Yeah,
What?
you
I
keep
don't know.
About it.
I mean, you got like, you know, you got a lot of testosterone in the room.
Right.
And I'm not talking about there he goes. He just took a shot before the show started. There we go. So yeah, I mean, the cool thing about what you guys do is that, yeah, you have to work together and you have to find each other's place. And then, you know, you put together a formula that works. And I like I said, I really like what I'm hearing. You guys are putting out some music that I think is in a much different musical direction. Stephen, so I want you guys to sort of comment to that. And first, I want to start with Steve and Kyle. Where's it morphed from? Where did you see yourself before, and where do you see yourself now as musically a band?
Well, before we were kind of with the lineup we had in the beginning of Abaddon Zen, it was a small pigeonhole type of music that we did. Me and Kyle had talked about going a different direction. And so that's what we were doing, a show in Milwaukee with our other lineup, and we ran in. Tim's band was playing, and I was listening to Tim play his guitar, and he was a rhythm guitarist. And there was just something about his guitar playing that clicked in my head. And I said, Kyle, you hearing that? And we had at that point decided we wanted to go a different direction with our music anyway. And so that's how we ended up. I contacted Tim the next week, and we met with him and talked.
That's ingredient one. That's ingredient one.
Yes.
Tim came in. We sat down. The three of us wrote some songs together, and then right away, and then we moved on to looking for a vocalist.
Go ahead,
And
Tim.
believe me, I was very surprised when they approached me because they did screamo, and I don't play screamo music.
Right.
I mean, I grew up in the '80s where they did heavy rock and big hair bands. So when they approached me, it's like, I don't play that stuff. Sorry. And then they said, "Well, you can play whatever you want." I go, "What? Hell yeah, let's do it."
So here's the cool thing I love about you two guys.
Yes.
You are learning something, right? You're learning something about your craft and about what you want to do differently.
Right.
And you weren't afraid to paint outside the lines. I mean,
Right.
that's really important, because for guys like yourselves, sometimes you fall into a groove and you can't find your way out of that groove.
Right.
And it takes something. So what was the aha moment for you guys that said, hey, we want to switch up the formula here?
Well, you know, me and Steve been in all kinds of bands. We did a rap metal band. We had Shaman Spell back in the day, and they did pretty good, but that was more laid back 80s, I believe. So we tried screamo because we decided, let's try it. And we found that it kind of pigeonholed you. And if you want to make it as a band, you better be marketable. And so we decided to kind of tune it down a little bit and see if we could find some guys that could have the craft to do that, you know?
So here's the first flavor.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's the second seasoning right there. And I have to say, it's a good seasoning. Not only are you a nice looking dude.
You hear that, Steve?
Oh my God.
You hear that, Steve?
What?
You know,
Come on, man.
You don't have, like, to me, you don't have that rocker look because of the hair, right? And so you're like the sleeper car, man. You're like the sleeper car. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, you're like that. You have a great surprise in your voice, and I can tell that you're working at your craft.
Well, if you see me back in high school, I had long black hair. I had 3 piercings in my face. I was you mean a Slipknot, Marilyn Manson, Korn, whatever, Cannibal Corpse shirt on every day. And then I kind of branched out and tried some different styles of music, and I got out of music for 10 years and just got into the outdoors a lot. And then my wife surprised me for my birthday and bought me a ticket to go see the Plot in You. I went and watched them, and
To see who?
a band called the Plot in You.
Okay.
And I went and watched a venue that actually we got to play at like 2 years later. But I came home and I went, man, I'm really missing something in my life.
Right.
And I
It
might
was
as well
me.
keep on going. It's on the second seasoning. All of a sudden, I got a hold of one of my buddies in town who does, country music and stuff. I was like, hey, do you know anybody that wants to do some music? I don't want to do just side music though. If I get in this, I want to do this.
So did you know this guy? So did you know this guy before that?
None of them.
So he's laying down some heavy riffs with Steve, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Some heavy guitar with Steve, and you're like, okay, now are you guys actually sitting down and writing a song, or does it come out of a jam sometimes?
It's really weird the way we do it. It's kind of
It could be a jam, or Tim could come in with a riff, and then we work around that. It just doesn't. There's real no rules to how we do it. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah. It happens quick too.
So we're just jamming, playing on, and I went, that's the part. Play that again, and then we went. It's very organic. You know what I mean? Sometimes we bring our thoughts to the table. Sometimes it just falls out of our ass.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like Adolescence was our first song. We won the Whammy Awards with a Song of the Year in Wisconsin with that song. That's our first song.
Their first single, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's good to get some recognition. I mean, there's no doubt about that the recognition helps. The recognition helps with your reputation because it helps you get gigs. It helps build your reputation, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you guys are about building a good rep because it sounds like you guys are a unit now. So and then when did you guys bring in Cole? This guy.
Hi, Cole.
We found him down by the railroad. Felt sorry for him.
I was lost. Like, we give you somewhere to sleep, but you gotta do this stuff.
We brought in Cole after about 8 months of playing. We had watched all these other bands that do backtracking, and it seemed like at least every other show somebody was struggling with their backtracking. And we play 100% live. We don't do backtracking or anything. And so we're like, how can we get that kind of full sound, but bring somebody else in? And Kyle's like, we need keys. So we put out a feeler for keys, and then Cole got a hold of us not even 2 weeks later. And he sent an email saying, I really think that I could really fill it in. He came in to a practice, and he showed us what he could do by himself, and then he played some stuff to our music, and we're like, okay, let's roll. And I don't know if Cole wants to tell
next week we got a show.
Tell him what we did.
So I'm going to tell you guys a story about a band that's on the label. Do you guys all know who Helix is?
Yeah.
Okay. So Helix has 4 gold albums, 2 platinums to their name, right? We're talking back, 70s, 80s, 90s era, right?
Yeah.
And they've been around 50 years, right? And the cool thing about them is longevity, right?
Right.
Brian kept that band going, just like you guys kept this band going.
Yep.
Right. And you guys decided, okay, we kind of want to be the cooks here, but we just want to pick the ingredients, and then it's up to the ingredients to decide what other kind of spice they want to add along the way.
Yeah.
Right. So you guys are baking something pretty good there.
Right.
Thank you.
Don't eat the brownies.
Yeah, I mean, Cole can bake more than just kids, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Actually, we got an RV, and every time
the RV got to do with anything.
Well, you're going to find out, right?
We got an RV,
Adam is our cook on that. Man, can that guy cook? And I ain't kidding you. We can all testify to that.
You know, the one thing I wanted to say with all the guys that are in this lineup, the one thing I've noticed about when we write music, each one of us is throwing everything from our heart. So every song you hear, our parts separately are from our hearts.
You say fart?
And I'm
Not
out.
serious for a moment, is he? Is this
I'm going to make me cry.
Except for Kyle, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing half the
Everybody
time.
got a tissue.
how much comic relief? How much comic relief does this guy right here? Are you the comic relief dude?
Sometimes.
No, he's not. Everybody just goes, "What the hell did he just say?"
Who's the practical joker in the band?
I think we all do a pretty good.
We're
job
all
with
pretty.
that.
We have our own practical shit.
Yeah.
Oh man! So you guys literally come from different areas, almost corners of the state of Wisconsin.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my question for you collectively. Have you guys ever played at the Mile of Music Festival in Appleton?
Yeah.
No.
Not yet. It's on our
Oh,
list, but we haven't gotten in there yet.
Why not? You guys, you know what? They're already doing applications. It's just started. It was actually it was last weekend. It's the first weekend in August, right? They get about 60, 70,000 people that come through Appleton to hear live music.
We're still getting our feet wet. We've only been together for about 2.5 years.
We have played at Summerfest twice. You know, Summerfest is the largest festival in the world.
You guys are definitely ready to take the next leap and just go out there and send in a demo to the folks at Mile of Music and see what happens.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
We got some pretty exciting stuff coming up. Like
They didn't ask about that.
Friday night, we're going to be at High Noon Saloon. That's a pretty big club. You got any tape on here? I'm going to put it on Steve's mouth. But anyway.
Well, we got an RV.
We got an RV. So what's the RV? Okay, what's the RV got to do with this? Are you guys gonna like?
I don't know. That's what Kyle was talking about. So the RV.
Is the RV going to be the tour bus?
It has been, yes. We played up in Michigan. We took that thing, but
oh my God.
Yeah, it was Breaking Bad.
It's like the same model as like the Breaking Bad RV.
So are you going to be like the guy that I saw that was pulling the house trailer that was pulling the boat?
We'll make sure you're behind us.
Like, what the fuck could happen here, right? I mean, what could possibly go wrong with that scenario?
Well, when your brakes go out, that could happen, which it did.
Yeah. Steve looks over at me. We're coming back from Michigan, and everybody's laying down sleeping. He says, he whispers to me. He's doing 70 miles an hour down the interstate. He looks over at me real calmly, says, "We have no brakes." I look at him. I says, "We don't have any fucking brakes." I says, "Okay." And then Adam sat up like he heard it. He turned and says, "We don't have any brakes." So we just brung it down real slowly through the gears, got out to the side of the road, pulled it down into a mobile station, and proceeded to work on it. So we got her going again.
And then a mile later, the muffler fell off.
Yeah.
So I had to jump on top
Yeah.
and grab a bungee and then go underneath the rig and bungee the muffler up.
So
I go, "Hey, is there something dragging in the back?"
I got one for you. So Helix is on tour, right?
Yeah.
And they are out in the middle of Alberta. It's like minus 34 degrees, right? And they're in the back of a stake truck with the equipment, and it's fucking freezing back there. And they're riding with the equipment in a stake truck, and the guys in the cab of the truck have to be the ones to let them out of the back of the truck. Could you imagine that? That'd be fucking brutal.
Yeah.
No, it ain't happening.
They they lived to tell the tale.
Yeah.
I mean, you think Wisconsin is cold in the wintertime? Go up to Alberta, like northern Alberta.
I hate cold.
It's flipping cold up there, brother. It's so cold up there. When we went to I think it was Mount Revelstoke, still had last winter they got 30 feet of packed snow on the mountain.
Damn.
When we went there were people skiing in July on the mountains.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
The mountain we rode up on our motorcycles, I made snowballs and threw them at the other guys.
Jeez.
I mean, that's crazy. Like like a mountain having snow in the middle of summer, that's just the weirdest thing
Yeah,
ever.
that is.
But the altitude is crazy out there, and the weather can change on a dime. Boom. You're up in the mountains. It can be sunny and hot, and you're in your shirt sleeves, and the next minute it turns icy cold, and you got freezing rain pellets come down on you.
No thanks.
And you're on two wheels on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Talk about digging into your skill bag there.
Right?
So,
And then at the next stop, changing your underwear. Right, Tim?
What?
Yeah, Tim, right?
Okay.
Thank you for putting me on the spot there, sir.
Does anybody get pre-show nerves?
I don't.
always do. I always get butterflies before I hit the stage.
So
The pee every time. I don't know what it is. Every time before we get I'll pee before we do it, and then we'll do sound check. Then I'm like, I have to piss again. That's it though.
I don't care.
do you drink any beer? Do you drink any beer before the show?
No.
Oh, well, it's probably if you've drank some water to hydrate your voice. Your kidneys are probably going, we don't need this. Let's dump it.
Yep.
And it happens. It happens just before you want to go on stage.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Dump it, Adam.
That's the fast, what we used to call the fast piss set.
Here's Cole. Hey, we got to go on, Cole. I got to go to the bathroom.
I got some.
they always take like 15 minutes to sound check me. I'm like always last in line. So I'm like,
Brent, turn around. If you guys know Brent is with My Wicked Twin. My Wicked Twin is on the label. Hello, guys. Wishing you much success. Brent,
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Wicked Twin.
Brent was the original lead guitar player and one of the principal writers for Helix, was responsible for getting him signed to Capitol Records.
Nice.
very cool.
Capitol EMI, they were the first Canadian band in history to get signed to an American side of a label.
Oh wow.
Wow. That's
Now-
impressive.
Do you know what the difference between that is?
No.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Wow.
Because they all of a sudden had big budgets to make videos.
Right.
Right.
Jesus.
I don't know if you've ever seen the outtakes of the video. Some of you guys might remember these guys. Rip Taylor. Do you guys know the name Rip Taylor?
That sounds
Yeah,
familiar.
it does.
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all three of those comedians were on the soundstage when Helix filmed their song by Crazy Elephant.
Shut
Oh,
up.
wow.
Really?
Gimme Good
Holy
Lovin'.
cow.
Gimme Good Lovin'. And in that video was a 15-year-old Tracy Lords,
Dang.
Oh my.
right?
Wow.
Porn star Tracy Lords in that video. And there's a story that goes back to her. I'm not going to tell it on air, but it's an interesting thing. So those guys were clowning around with the band outside the set, right?
Yeah.
And I think Gimme Good Lovin' back in the day when it came out, I can't remember the date. It was 80s. Got a whole bunch of Much Music and all kinds of video play. But I think the budget for that video was $50,000 back in the day.
Oh, geez.
Jesus.
And every penny of that was recoupable.
Wow.
So before they made a penny off that song, the label had to recoup their 50 grand for the video.
Yeah,
Nice, yeah.
there she works.
Yeah.
Then they had to recoup their money for the recording of the song,
Right.
Jesus.
right? And the publishing of the song. So all that became 100% recoupable, and the band did not get a cent
Wow.
until
Oh
those
my God.
recoupables were paid. That's how brutal the music industry was
Right.
back then.
Wow.
There's a lot of brutality in the music industry, and artists were the most abused ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why our record label exists to this day, is because we believe that artists deserve a fair shake.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
Without you guys, right? Without you guys collectively, without you, Tim, yep, without you, Bach,
Yeah.
and without you, Cole, we don't have music to distribute, right? So
Right.
you guys bring a product to the product floor. It's up to, whoever to take that product and push it out to the public. And then it's up to you, because you're the proud owners of that product, to sell it.
Right.
Yep.
Right? You have to be the greatest salesman in the world, because if you don't believe in your product, how can you expect other people to?
No, exactly.
Exactly right.
Right?
Yep.
So I think one of the things that these two set out to do is to come up with a product, A, that they could be proud of, right? B, that allowed the creative juices of other contributors. So they've taken this whole collaborative approach to a different level in terms of getting together with you guys as a band.
Yeah.
Deanbo says, Deanbo Harnish, by the way, is one of our regular followers. He's from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Hey, Deanbo. He says
up?
he said the Helix song was released in 1984. Hey, you could be my research guy online here, man.
Yeah.
Right? I always like to research a little bit of the history, right?
Yes.
Here's an interesting thing and a very sad part about our trip. So imagine going on one of the best trips of your life. You're gone 29 days. You see the whole country from where you live all the way across to the West Coast and back. You dip your fingers in the Pacific Ocean, the North Pacific Ocean. So people think the Pacific Ocean is a warm ocean. Come north of the 49th parallel and you'll find out it is not a warm ocean in the north.
Yeah.
It's actually very cold and crystal clear, by the way. But we made it all the way out to Long Beach, to Tofino, and all the way back. And I came back on this high from the trip, and then just the other day, Sean passes.
Yeah. That's too bad.
I mean, that hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm on this massive high, and then all of a sudden, boom! It's like somebody grabbed my feet and yanked them out from underneath me.
Yeah.
We don't know how long we got on this earth, and you got to live it out. I mean, live like you, Kenny. You took your motorcycle cruise.
Yeah.
You gotta do your things.
Live your best life and move forward. If something's not working, you guys had you guys had the foresight, and it takes a lot of guts to say, okay, this isn't working the way we want it to do.
Yeah.
We're going to move it in a different direction. And then you bring in, Spice A. Right? Spice A. We got Spice B here.
Yeah.
And Spice C is the come lately.
Yeah.
Cole. And then we got you guys who are like, the original rhythm section for the band, not afraid to change things up based on what these guys are throwing your way. I mean, this is a baseball team at its best.
Yeah.
I think so.
Right? It's a hockey team at its best, because you guys are working together as a collaborative and respectful of one another. And I think that this relationship could go a long way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
So, and we got a lot. Not only have we already done a lot, we have a lot of big things coming up too. So we're really happy about that.
Right. What is the latest single by you guys? I want to make sure I was listening to the right one.
World This Cold came out in May, and that's the latest one. We did win an award in that was in May. We won Song of the Year for the Harlot last
Right.
year. So we've won Song of the Year in Wisconsin 2 times in a row now. And we also have another single coming out in 16 days.
Have you guys seen a change in the uptake of your music on download and streaming services as a result of that?
That'll be Kyle, Steve.
What?
From our music style change, yes.
Yeah, like has the notoriety made a change in the uptake of your music? Like people listening to your music?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you guys?
we won
who-
back-to-back awards in Wisconsin. I mean,
so-
you know.
But I'm talking about the uptake of your music on download and streaming services like
Oh.
iTunes and Spotify and all that.
Yeah, well, Adam, you showed us that we're blowing the other stuff away. You know?
Who's looking at the analytics?
The older stuff is still like under 1,000.
Right.
And then we started releasing newer stuff. And I mean, one of the older songs is up over 1,000 now, but that's, you know, how that works. You put out new music and the old stuff kind of gains a little bit of traction too.
Yeah.
But our song Aspire, I believe, is close to 5,000 streams right now. World Is Cold, I think, is almost to 2,000. And I just pitched our new single to Spotify for playlist settings and stuff today. So we'll see. This new song is coming out. We're really excited about the video we did. We're really excited about this new song. It's every song we put out is a little different than the last one, but this one's we played this one, and the next thing you knew, we were recording.
Right.
Yeah.
So World This Cold is the most recent single, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm just looking at it here right now. I'm actually just on Spotify looking at it right now. So it came out May the 9th, 2025. So who's handling your analytics and exploring your analytics for you? So to find out like where your reach is, where your engagement is, all that stuff.
I looked into it. I don't know. I looked into it last week. I looked at it again before I went ahead and started doing this new single. It was actually really interesting when World Is Cold came out. Africa, it was like we played the most in Africa for the first month that we had it out.
So
that was really
so the interesting thing that I do with my record label is that I look at the analytics for every artist on the label. So I'm looking at reach, discovery, and I'm looking at engagement, right? So my goals now are working with playlist curators to get more engagement and finding out who's listening to your music, what demographic is listening to your music, and where they're listening to your music, and how do we work to engage that audience with your music. So that might include things like getting you to do stuff on Instagram, right? Because if you're looking at getting a certain demographic, you've got to go where they live, right?
Right.
So if you want to get anyone age 18 to 32, you're going to want to be on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram and TikTok.
Well, yeah, TikTok's okay. I think Instagram's a little bit better platform. There's more engagement, and it's all organic. The stuff on TikTok, not so much. There's a lot because it's not because of the nature of the product itself. It's very much prone to people gaming the system.
Yeah.
So you on TikTok, for example, you can buy views, you can buy likes, you can buy all kinds of other shit that makes it look more than it really is.
Right.
You can't do that with Instagram. It's all organic. The algorithm is very organic. So you have to produce a lot of content to engage your audience.
Right.
Everything is so content driven. That's the other thing we also found. So we have artists on the label who are writing albums and doing a whole waterfall release. We got huge engagement. The last artist out of London, Ontario that did that, just to give you an example, I think by the time the vinyl came out, because we released the album on vinyl as well, by the time the vinyl came out, I'm going to say close to 200,000 streams on the album.
Oh, wow.
And that for a band that was under 1,000 on everything before, on an album and a half, like an EP and a full album before. Now, here's the interesting thing. It's like you said, Bach said this one, and I'm going to put you back on the screen here. You said this one, because people start liking the new content you have, they start going back and listening to the old catalog.
Yep.
We saw old catalog music get as much as 30,000 streams during that same period.
Jeez.
Wow.
And it was because they liked what they did. Now, the big boost for these guys, and I don't know if you guys know the band or not, 5440.
No.
Canadian band up here, well known, played club circuits for years and played some great big venues as well. They played at the London Music Hall last year, and these guys got to open for them.
Okay.
And they opened to a packed house of about 3,000 people.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it was like we saw a huge uptake in their music after that show.
Right.
But we also saw it as an opportunity to capitalize on that and do the waterfall release. And the cool thing about waterfall releases, and I don't know how much your label's involved with you guys for this stuff, but I work very closely with our artists when we do waterfall releases, because I'm looking for art that is themed to the music, right? You're creating a package that's selling what's inside it. Okay. As a kid, when I went to the record store with my friend, the first thing that turned me on was not always the music. What was it, guys? Come on, you guys know it.
The album cover.
Yep.
Fucking album cover.
We are.
Yeah.
When you saw a killer album cover, you couldn't help but think there must be something fucking magical inside that wrapping.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at all Pink Floyd's artwork.
Yeah.
Right? It's appealing. Right?
Right.
All their artwork on their albums was in there. The thing that we found out is that bands that are really trying to get noticed and trying to get reach and trying to get discovery is that other one, right? So those are three metrics that I look at with every artist on the label. And we have business meetings and I talk with them about what they can do to increase those things, right? So reach, discovery, and engagement. Think those three things. And ABL, always be learning. And these two guys are your great example for that, because they're willing to learn and try something new.
Oh,
Which is,
I don't know about Steve.
which
I'm with you, Cole.
I mean, some habits are hard to break, right?
that's right.
Steve, for you, what's your hardest habit to break? To let the creative juices flow in this band. What's your hardest habit to break?
I don't have one that I have to break.
Steve, there was a moment to shine, and you didn't shine.
Shut up.
So you didn't have a habit. You didn't have a habit with your previous projects that would hinder creative flow that you maybe had to study?
No.
So where did the desire for you come from? For this change of
desire to do what?
Come on, Steve.
Well, to change direction. Like what was your desire to change direction? What happened to you? What was that?
I wasn't feeling the music like I should have been. It wasn't. I couldn't. You got to feel it in your heart, because if you don't feel it, it's not going to work. And the direction we were headed wasn't working for me.
Right.
So that's what changed my mind on that.
Was it because it wasn't the kind of groove that your head was in?
Kind of like that. It was. I don't know.
You're doing good, Steve. Keep going.
Shut up. No, I just didn't feel it. That style. The guitar playing wasn't what I was looking for, and I wasn't feeling it. And that's why when I
Didn't have
heard
a
Tim that night, that night in Milwaukee, I'm like, well, he's got something that I was looking for.
Yeah, and you know what? The cool thing about this is the versatility in your bass playing abilities there. I think of guys like, when I think of your ability to adapt, I think of guys like Billy Sheehan, who was on Sean actually interviewed him.
There goes his head. Thanks, Kenny.
No, is Billy Sheehan one of your friends? Is he an influence on you?
No.
Well,
Actually, Geddy Lee was probably one of my biggest influences.
Nice.
So,
All right.
I only wish I could play like him, but
he's an amazing bassist. There's no doubt.
yes, he is.
I don't think there'll be none. Well, there actually is a couple. There was a young lady. I don't know if you saw her.
Yeah,
She
I know
she
you're
played
talking about.
she played with Ronnie Wood.
Yep,
Oh wow,
Right?
she's good.
Yeah, young lady. I just saw something the other day on YouTube with a young lady, a 17-year-old guitarist who was playing with Peter Frampton.
oh wow,
Yeah.
And she's female. She's a killer guitar player, right?
Wow.
17 years old. She's just finding her feet in guitar, but you should hear her.
Okay.
She plays like she's got an old soul.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Tim?
That's why we like Tim.
Tim, what do you think, buddy?
Come on,
Tim.
What about what? No, my favorite guitarist is Mark Tremonti, and I grew up listening to him and old metal, and my dad was in a bluegrass band, so I would sit and watch him play, and that's what got me into playing guitar. So I need to do that, and I listen to all kinds of music.
So check out this young lady, because I think she's
I
really.
will.
Her name's Grace Bowers.
Mhm.
She's 17 years old, and she there's a couple of YouTube videos of her playing on here with Peter Frampton, and it's not coming right now, but I watched it today and I was like totally impressed with her guitar playing style. She plays a couple of different Gibson SGs.
Okay.
One with a floating tremolo system on it, and one with a hardtail on it. So it's an interesting setup the way that she plays. But
Yeah.
it's interesting what you discover out there, and if people were to discover you guys, Bach, what would you say the genre of music is that you guys are playing?
Oh man. I would say it's a mix of hard rock, new metal, and alternative. It's like, to get mushy again, it's all from the heart, it's all from the feel. I think The Harlot is the most commercial song we've written. We don't really write like that very much. We write music that we want you to walk away saying, I felt something.
Right.
Because a couple weeks ago, we had a person came up to me, and he said, and I'd never seen him before in my life. He said, I really appreciate you guys' set, because we got a song called Reminders, and I write about experiences. He goes, well, I just lost my mom in the last year, and I just went through a really bad relationship. He said, and a few of your songs really just hit me, and they stuck with me, and I appreciate that. He said, so that's what we play for.
There's some festivals across Ontario throughout the summer that sometimes are looking for, opening acts. And oftentimes you just have to put your demo into the hat, so to speak, and see if something comes of it. Deanbo's talking about Rock the Harbor out in Halifax. That's out in Nova Scotia, right on the East Coast. So it'd be a great way to see the country. I know some friends out there in Newfoundland who have a bed and breakfast.
Well, we got an RV, King.
Oh, you got it there. Take the RV. There we go. With no brakes. No brakes.
You don't need brakes. They're overrated.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring over my sawzall. We'll cut some floorboards out of it so you can stop it like the
Yeah.
Flintstones.
Yeah.
Right?
There you go.
See, that's ingenuity. That's
We
what
do
we
all
need.
have our passports, so we're all ready to go.
Yeah.
Cole says that's what we need.
That's ingenuity right there. That's what we need.
Ingenuity, brother. That's right. Cole, whereabouts in the state of Wisconsin are you from?
So I live in a city called Wausau. It's pretty much dead center. It's about 2 hours north of Madison.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And your musical influences, who did you look up to when it came to music
Oh
or
boy.
inspiration?
I mean, I'm one of those people. I know this is kind of a generic answer, but I really listen to just a lot of different types of music, pretty much everything.
Right.
So I like to kind of derive like a little bit of influence from just like whatever kind of makes me feel anything, I
Right.
guess. But I guess kind of where I started was within like rock and harder rock and stuff, because growing up, like one of my earliest memories was listening to Black Sabbath with my dad in his truck and listening to some
Right.
of his old vinyls and stuff, Deep Purple, BTO.
Did you have a keyboardist that you sort of admired their work?
I would say probably one of my favorites would be John Lord. Deep Purple. I just love that just
Right.
stinky, just gritty organ. I have such a soft spot for those Hammonds. I don't know what it is.
I think one of my favorite of him is playing that with he's still playing, right?
I
believe they are.
So yeah.
They
Yeah.
got a few different members, but yeah.
They did a video with Joe Bonamassa. I don't know if you guys have seen that one or not. Doing a rendition of "Lazy"
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
With-
I seen that.
with Ian Gillan singing the vocal tracks. Yeah, it's fucking killer.
Mm.
Yeah, check it out. It's a great video. Joe Bonamassa with members of Deep Purple. I think Ian Pace is playing drums on that as well.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. If you see any of that stuff up there, Kenny, send it my way. And as far as festivals and putting your hat in the ring, because we'd like to get up to Canada when we guys.
Yeah, I
Have to
mean,
get up there and play a little bit.
some of these festivals sometimes have committees, so you'd have to put a submission into a committee and see if you can get on a list to come up. Like for you guys from Wisconsin, you're a good day's drive from Ontario.
Yeah.
You're probably your quickest route, depending which way you're going. Oh man, is probably going down around Lake Michigan, but probably not by Chicago. Probably better way to go is go north.
Yep.
And then come down the I-75 and across at Sarnia.
Yep.
Now you come across there. We have a lot of fall fairs here, right? Like they've already started the summer fairs here. Right? Like there's a. Do you guys have fairs down there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they started in June here.
You guys should try and get on a couple of fair venues.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
some of them.
the thing about that is that most of your fair venues and stuff like that want cover bands.
Oh,
And since we're original, it's kind of a tough market to break into.
oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. And that's difficult as an all original band, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So finding venues that want to sponsor all original is really hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's I've talked to different people, and most bars, most places want people to play stuff that's recognizable, not stuff they've not heard before.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I will get our foot in the door. We know we're there to make an impression, and that's why we give 100% every time. I don't think we've played at a venue we haven't been asked to come back to.
No, we've been asked every time.
You guys remind me kind of the days of what Helix did. I mean, they were the first band in Canada to tour from the East Coast to the West Coast of Canada.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was the Canadian bar circuit. They played every bar, I think, between Halifax and Vancouver.
Yep. That's what we do. We play every place we can.
Another guy for you guys to hook up with, maybe for some live shows. Did you guys ever meet Jeremy Ober?
No.
So Jeremy is in Fort Dodge, Iowa. That's just a hop and a skip for you guys.
Yeah.
He's in Fort Dodge, Iowa. He has a band there called Brutal Republic. They are a wicked power 3-piece.
Nice.
And Jeremy's an interesting dude because they get live shows as well as they in the winter he tours all down in the U.S. like the southern states.
That's crazy. Just before Steve's battery's running low, so I don't know how much longer we'll be on.
We're at the top of the hour, so we're going to be
Okay.
calling it shortly, boys.
Okay.
We've had a Abaddon's end on here. We had the dads,
Yeah.
Steve and Kyle. Steve
What's
and
up,
Kyle.
Pops?
We've had the new ingredients.
Woohoo!
First
There's
ingredient, Tim, we'll call him ingredient A. Bach is ingredient B. And we got Cole as ingredient C. So I don't know whether to call you guys like, the added spices or, the name the Spice Girls is taken. So
Oh, goodness.
we can't use that name.
We have Steve though, so it's got to be Mean Girls.
Oh
I'll talk to you Friday. I'll talk to you Friday night, Cole.
Sounds good. I'll be there late. No, I'm just kidding.
It's been such a pleasure having you guys on the show. We got to do this again. You
Yeah,
guys
we
were,
will.
Yeah, definitely.
guys-
Thank you so
you
much
guys
for
were-
having us.
you
We
guys
will.
are great. You guys are great guests. Again, we got Tim. Tim is on guitar. Bach is the lead vocalist and frontman for the band. A great surprise inside of that package. Go and watch it. Cole adds all those in-betweens and all the stuff that gives them that prog rock feel on top of all that other stuff we talked about. So you guys are baking a really good cake over there, boys.
We love indie tunes.
Appreciate it.
Well,
We
thanks,
love
you
you,
guys.
Kenny.
Thank you guys so much. Thanks for being on the
Yeah.
show. Remember,
Thank you.
that's Bach, that's Tim, that's Cole, that's Steve and Kyle. I'm